Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I know I just posted a video like 24 hours ago about this same issue, but right now at the moment um, uh, the reason I'm making this video is because I had another 24 hours with me and I spent a few more hours on YouTube, and in that time frame a lot of YouTubers had posted YouTubers, as in a lot of pilots and experts, have posted their sites, and a lot of them have actually stated very interesting points, and that is why I want to mention a few points here as well, like adding on to my previous video, and I'll try to make this as short as possible. Now, firstly, I want to clear this out. I'm no pilot. I'm not an aviation expert. I'm not an investigator. I'm nothing. I'm nothing like a professional. I'm only an aviation enthusiast. I love planes. Like, I have a passion for planes, and it's just my love for it that gets me driven into it. And I cannot stand when people on Twitter who are not pilots, who have no idea what they're talking about, say the fact that it's a pilot error. Like, there is no evidence saying it's pilot error, like, and they just believe what everybody else says, so it makes no sense. At least if you have no idea on this field, do not speak about it. Simple as that. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't speak about it. Simple. Now, I know a bit about aviation and I know some things, and because of that, I feel the things I'm talking about is like, I know that those things, what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the first thing is that in these factors, flaps not being extended can be ruled out. Flaps being retracted instead of landing gear can be ruled out. Possibility of a bird strike ruled out. Midpoint takeoff ruled out. Overloading ruled out. Landing gear not retracted ruled out. Now, as in landing gear staying down, that the reason that the crash might have happened because the landing gear was down, that reason can be ruled out. Now, what we have right now, like what we have for certain, is that the RAT was deployed, and it was a dual engine failure, because if you actually look at the video, and when I say the video, I mean the original video of the crash, and not the one that was taken from a mobile phone. So this one, you can kind of see what I mean. So in this video, you wouldn't hear any sound of those engines. Like, these are beast of an engine. So you would, like, even if you were standing like 5 kilometers away, you would hear them. And since the plane is going down, the pilots would have been keeping those engines in full throttle. Those engines would be roaring like hell. So the fact that you do not hear anything as such it's like critical evidence. That silence is evidence that the plane suffered loss of power, and the engines did not function. Like, the engines failed. Now, the reason why both engines failed is the question at the moment, and I'm pretty sure the investigators are looking into that factor, because two modern engines failing at the same time, that's really an interesting thing to find out. Now, the flaps not extended theory can be ruled out, because as you can see, the flaps were indeed extended. Now, if I show you this video, oh, it has gone. Yeah, if I show you this video, and if I seek to this bit of the section, you can see what you see here are the slats. You can see the inner slats as well, and the outer slats. Now, if you want me to prove, I'll pull up a picture of a 787 slats, and you can see how these slats extend till the end. These slats extend till the end, so it can be proven that these slats were extended in this video. And to further prove my point, I have these pictures of the crash. And you can see this picture, you can see the flaps being extended, and that's the registration, Alpha November Bravo, and the flaps were extended. And this is the aileron, and that's the flap, and you can see it's clearly extended. You can see that gap over there. And the same wing is what you see in this picture, and I have 3 reference points. One is this, you can see it over here, that small thing, and look at this thing as well, that thing, and this debris over here, that debris there. So it's the same wing. And this, you see these slats, you see that thing over there, that is the hook. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but that is one of the slats that was extended. In this picture you can see those exact same hooks. Do you see that? Yeah, so that's proper evidence that the flaps were extended, extended till the end, till the crash, till the point of impact. The reason why I say the flaps were extended is because first of all, you have 2 pilots, one of them with 8,000 hours of experience, and it's highly unlikely that they would ignore the checklist, because flaps being extended is one of the crucial things that's done as a memory item and with the checklist as well. And you also have a takeoff config warning that comes in if you do not extend the flaps. Like, it comes on like for 1 in 4 reasons, and flaps not being extended is one of them. So flaps not being extended can be ruled out there. And even if you say, okay, you might have an issue with the warning system itself, okay, but the plane took off. Even at the end, the plane took off without that. The whole point of having flaps is that it helps you lift, it helps you gain lift easily and with a shorter speed. And even if the flaps were not extended, the plane still took off, and the plane climbed up to 600 feet in that distance. So, and with that angle of attack, so it's evident that the flaps, like the plane had the potential to take off, and even if the flaps did not take when extended, how could the plane could have possibly taken off till there? And the fact that the landing gear was not retracted and the flaps lever might have been retracted instead, that theory can be ruled out, because first of all, the flaps can be seen in the crash as well, like the picture that I just showed you. And another factor is that those are in 2 different positions. The flap is in a different position than the landing gear. They have 2 different ways of being operated, so it's completely different. And the third factor is that flaps you do not press a switch, and the flaps cannot just move. They send signals, and it's all the hydraulics that work. It takes some time. It takes at least 10 seconds for the flaps to actually come out. And the reason why I say the landing gear wasn't extended is because maybe it was not being able to be retracted. Now, this theory was actually brought in by Swiss 001, or at least the theory came crossed with me from his video. Now, why I say that is because in this video you can clearly see that the bogie is the front bogie. The front 2 wheels are pointed down, and the back 2 wheels are pointed up relatively. That's not how it should be. Like, as in, when the wheels are off the ground, that's not how it should be. Now, I'll show you a 787 coming in for landing. I think I have it somewhere here. I should be having it somewhere here. Yes, see this picture and you see exactly what I mean. The front 2 wheels are facing up and the back 2 wheels are facing down. Now, even if you mean, oh, that could be that this is because it's landing. Okay, I'm gonna show you it taking off, and okay, it could be the same thing. Okay, so sorry, this was for takeoff. I just didn't realize, because it's the exact same thing. Now that's for takeoff. Now if I type 787 landing, you will see the exact same thing. You'll see the exact same thing. It's landing and the front 2 wheels are pointing up. So that's evidence that the wheels were actually not in this position, and this is the ideal position. And in this picture you see how it's the opposite. The front two wheels are relatively facing away from the body of the aircraft, and the back two wheels are facing towards the body of the aircraft. And I'll show you why that's relevant. In this video, you see, this is how it should be, and you see the landing gear, the gear lever has been selected up, and you see the bogies move. You see that? So that's the reason why those bogies move is because these landing gear bays are designed in a way, and these bogies go up that way, so it's stored correctly. And this is the ideal position how it is. Like when the gear is selected down, the gear comes down and locks down to this position. And then same thing you can see here as well. The gear comes down, and you can see it's correcting itself. Yep, and it locks to that position. But in this, it's the exact opposite. So that means the gear selector was up, but the hydraulic system did not, like the hydraulics failed, or something happened with that system that did not allow the landing gear retraction to complete. Like the step one was complete. That's the first step is to twist this thing, and that was done. So that's my theory of the possible reasons. And the second thing is that deployment of RAT, and I have already confirmed that in my previous video that the RAT was deployed. The RAT was evidently deployed. You have visual confirmation, and there's a very good video by Captain Steve in which he has explained like basically explain what a RAT is and how it functions, and I've also added that in my previous video. So a RAT is basically it's ram air turbine. That's what it's spread out as, ram air turbine. It basically provides electrical and hydraulic support, like power, to the aircraft when both engines fail. So it comes in. So the RAT is automatically deployed in three reasons. If there's a dual engine failure, if there's a hydraulic failure, and if there's an electrical failure, like a massive electrical failure. So, and in this you know that we know for certain that the ATC was had received a communication from the pilots that they do not have thrust. There's no power. So and the plane obviously did not make any sound of those engines, so we can say for certain that it's an engine failure, and it's a dual engine failure. The reason why I say dual is because none of the engines made sound, and in the CCTV footage, you not once do you see the plane yawing to the other side, or like any side at all. So now the possible reason could be fuel contamination. We have no idea. We do not have any evidence to support or negate that, so it just is a possibility. Dual engine failure is for certain. The deployment of RAT is certain. And these are my points for this. And the bird strike was ruled out by officials at the airport. Mid-pod takeoff was ruled out both by the officials at the airport and Flight Radar 24 themselves. And overloading was also ruled out by the officials at the airport, and this can be, and these two statements can, these three can be confirmed in Aviation Herald, where they have explained and given sources to that. So this is my opinion and my approach to this so far. So this is what I think, and I was initially planning on making a document explaining how all these theories, like a few of them are like false, and yeah. So now I've made a video, so it's far easy for people to understand that. So that is all, guys. If there's anything you need, if there's any confirmation you need, or if there's anything you think I should know, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond to that. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a good day.